Wah seru ya tur kayak gini ya. The home of champions. Johor Darul Tazim.
And we are now right into the players' change room, which by the way has some really nice seats. Almost look like a seat of a sports car, although we've been instructed not to sit on them. Very tempting.
Seru banget.
Alright, here we go. Making the same walk. The players would come up
Okay.
through the hallways behind us onto the field.
Wow.
Nice looking stadium, to say the least. And I think the first part of the tour would have been really good if you were a young footballer, or if your children were young footballers, because we sort of went through the average experience of what the players do before the game. It was really exciting to imagine being an athlete. Nice, right? So they got fake grass here, blue, which is Johor colors. They said make sure do not walk on the logo here.
Wih, keren banget.
And they also said
Halo teman-teman semua, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Apa kabarnya nih teman-teman semua? Semoga sehat selalu ya. Thanks untuk teman-teman yang sudah kirimin link request kalian ke DM Instagram aku di ysrizqiyyah. Kali ini kita mau ngelanjutin requestan dari teman-teman semua. Wow, ini ada yang lagi explore Stadium Sultan Ibrahim. Ini ya teman-teman ya. Insya Allah nanti kan katanya Desember ada perayaan ya di SSI yang bunga api. Itu gimana sih cara beli tiket lewat online-nya? Untuk teman-teman yang tahu linknya bisa sih kasih ke aku, karena insya Allah kan kalau pas lagi liburan ke Malaysia bulan Desember pengen juga tuh mampir ke SSI kan, pengen tahu euforia gimana sih langsung berada di dalam stadium. Tentu saja langsung aja ini ada videonya dari sahabat kita tentunya, nanti untuk link video originalnya akan aku letakkan di description box. Langsung aja kita nonton videonya. Wah cakep nih.
Alright, just driving up and getting dropped off for our full tour of JDT Stadium, which my understanding is it's owned by the royal family here in Johor. So maybe not surprising that to me, when I look at it, the first thing I see is it looks like a big crown, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's shaped like a king's crown. So let's go tour what looks like a very royal stadium.
Wah.
Let's go.
Best banget. Senang bisa datang ke situ.
Alright, first things first, walking through the main entrance where the players enter, and my understanding
ada yang
is
direntalin tadi
like
mobilnya.
the Real Madrid of Malaysia.
Limousine gitu ya?
So I feel like a superstar walking through this entrance.
Wow.
So the players' lounge is incredibly beautiful, and of course, before the match, the players sit over here and play PlayStation. Naturally, they're playing FIFA on the big screen. It's a nice place to play, I think. Also, side note, it smells very good in the players' lounge.
Yeah.
True, right?
Luaskan kuasamu. Wah seru ya tur kayak gini ya. The home of champions. Johor Darul Tazim.
And we are now right into the players' change room, which by the way has some really nice seats. Almost look like a seat of a sports car, although we've been instructed not to sit on them. Very tempting. But we want it.
Mantep ya bisa tur di sana ya.
Oh, check it out, guys. They've got a projection screen here, so the players will sit here before the match. The coach will stand here, and this screen is actually touch screen. So he can like swipe his hand on the wall and it will slide to the next play, or touch one of the players and it will highlight. It's really some high technology touch screen projector, something special. Sauna, naturally.
Best.
And hot tub. Nice. I want to jump in quick. Jump in. Free jacuzzi. Nala.
Oh. Seru banget.
Alright, here we go. Making the same walk. The players would come up
through
the hallways behind us onto the field.
Wow.
Nice looking stadium, to say the least. And I think the first part of the tour would have been really good if you were a young footballer, or if your children were young footballers, because we sort of went through the average experience of what the players do before the game. It was really exciting to imagine being an athlete. Nice, right? So they got fake grass here, blue, which is Johor colors. They said make sure do not walk on the logo here.
Wih, keren banget.
And they also said don't go on the grass, which you'll notice they're aerating. I guess they're taking care of the grass right now.
Oh yeah.
You can see they've got some aerating holes and watering it over here. Nice stadium. Man, there was a time in my life when I was like 15 where I was a good athlete. Not that good, but man, to be a professional athlete would feel so cool. Come out the tunnel and the crowd goes. Side full, side full, side high five, you know?
Ih,
Wow,
keren
check this out,
banget.
everybody. So they've got a sample piece of grass right here where the players would come up the tunnel, and the first thing they would do is rub their feet on this sample grass because you don't want any foreign pollen or foreign seeds from the players' boots to get onto this field and maybe start growing some different type of grass. Evidently, the grass here is bred for football in this climate, and they don't want any accidental dandelions growing, for instance. So truly a world-class stadium and world-class operation behind me that holds 35,000 people.
Mr. Ahmad Saiful, how did you feel being on the field today?
Listen, being a world-class athlete like myself takes a lot of work and takes a lot of support team. So I did score 3 goals and I put the team on my back and I single-handedly won the game, but I give all the credit to my support, my wife. She really was the star of the game.
Wah, best banget ini vlognya dari
Alright, so we've come to
couple.
the end of the tour. There are many impressive parts along the way. There was actually a medical room in there that is more like a mini hospital, which was something special. And I really want to give a huge shout out to the lady running the tour. I've forgotten her name, unfortunately, but she was very informative, very engaging, and kept everybody laughing with some good informative humor. There's even a few jokes built into the stadium. So in the visitors warm-up room, there's a custom message written on the wall, a bit of cheeky humor from JDT, letting them know they're probably not going to win, because my understanding is this team is the perennial champion, and they've got the funding, and they've got the stadium, and they've got the roster to consistently win here in Malaysia. So we
Keren
sort of
banget emang
thought there was going to
stadionnya.
be a Hummer stretched limousine as part of the tour. Evidently, we didn't take that tour, and it's not available today, but I would still say the tour is highly recommended for anyone who loves football, as well as anyone who loves big, grand buildings and walking through unique things, and just a memorable experience.
Iya,
For 60 ringgit,
benar-benar.
Yvonne and I both had a good experience.
Oh, I
We did miss
see.
out on the Hummer, but one of the things we've heard is the food at the stadium is incredible. So maybe we can go up there and see if the food is available, even though there's no game today. Let's go check if we can eat some stadium food.
Let's go.
First time in my life I've been excited to eat stadium food. Generally bad, but evidently it's good. So let's check it out.
Wow, kenapa? Oh iya, dia yang lagi
Massive
sholat.
bummer. This burger place, people recommended to us to go here. They said the food is so good here, you can go to the stadium just to eat, which is literally the opposite of other stadiums we've been to, where people tell us go to the stadium but do not eat the food at the stadium. So we were quite excited to try these wood-fire burgers. Unfortunately closed for about 2 hours. Now, in conclusion, I will say this. In Toronto, in the next World Cup, we are hosting some of the games because it is hosted by Canada, United States, and Mexico. And to be clear, our stadium in Toronto is not anything like this. So this really is a world-class stadium that is actually ready for World Cup matches. And it was a really, really great tour. I would recommend it. We missed the Hummer. We missed the burgers. Are we just going to eat KFC right now, Ivana? KFC?
What do you think?
Ay, caramba. I was so excited for that burger. Darn. Anyway, guys, the tour was great.
This is not what the players are eating though. They got their own nutritionist
True.
all the way from Argentina, and set up the menu based on your position in the field. So if you're a goalie, your food will be different than if you are a striker. You know, which is kind of like
True.
it was mentioned on the tour, and I was like impressed by that. You know what I mean? Every single detail is so thought of, you know,
Yeah,
for
true
the
fact.
team.
True fact.
That's why they won 10 times champion in Malaysia, I think.
All right, there you have it, everybody. No Hummer, no burgers. Still a good day. Later. I will say the tour guide was very, very good.
Ya
On
ampun,
a small tour group, the quality of the guide is the quality of the tour. Very
seru banget vlog mereka, lucu.
sort of the player's experience.
Cocok ya ini couple berdua ini emang.
Great tour. Would recommend.
Thank you so much.
Ya udah habis gitu ya teman-teman ya. Turnya tentu saja mengelilingi Stadium Sultan Ibrahim. Emang best banget ya, keren banget gitu kan. Dan itu ya teman-teman ya, untuk teman-teman yang tahu linknya untuk pesan tiket online untuk acara nanti di bulan Desember yang bunga api itu, tolong kalau tahu linknya untuk pesan tiketnya tolong kasih tahu ke aku tentunya. Takut kehabisan tiketnya dan gak dapet tiketnya, karena pengen banget tuh bisa datang ke sana dan menyaksikan langsung gimana acaranya nanti gitu kan. Luar biasa sih hal-hal yang seperti itu ya teman-teman ya. Dan tour yang seperti ini juga nih, yang memorable banget ya teman-teman ya. Jadi sekali datang ke sana, misalkan nanti pertama kali ngelihat Stadium Sultan Ibrahim itu kan pasti keren banget ya teman-teman ya, karena ini adalah salah satu stadium terdebes sih di Malaysia, luar biasa emang ya. Oke teman-teman, demikian ya video kita kali ini. Aku akhiri dulu, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sampai jumpa lagi di videoku selanjutnya. Bye bye, see you next time, bye.
Love is true.